Welcome back. Once again, this is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining today. Just a couple of quick updates. Number one, I'm using a microphone for the recordings. That way I can control the level of noise as well as use a bit of noise cancellation when doing these readings. And number two, we're going to be doing a new spread. This is the Will to Power spread, which talks about how you can be successful in your life and your particular life path. What I want to do is get away from kind of the whole, is the ex coming back? Oh, does she love me kind of stuff. I really don't want anyone chasing after people from the past. I think it's more important for people to focus on what I like to call, or what is known commonly as apotheosis, which is elevating yourself to the best possible position in life and tapping into your inner God head. So that way, you can unite with the divine rather than asking it whether or not, you know, Sandra or Brad is going to come back into your life and make you feel all happy, like happy and tingly. So that's not really what we do here at Aluminum Tarot. We're going to actually focus on making you the best version of yourself. So, round aside, if you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from current and future posts. And also, if you would like a personal reading with me, please find the details in the description box below, where you can book your own reading and I can give you one that's in tune with your specific energies. Enough said, it's a mouthful. Anyways, we're going to do this reading for, I think we're going to do this for Sagittarius. So this is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Will to Power spread for June 2024. Let's just dig in. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Will to Power spread. What is in Sagittarius's Will to Power spread? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Two more. Oh yes, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Will to Power spread. Cut the deck. And let's get started. Get my little thumb condom on straight, and let's begin. So what is the current energy for Sagittarius? We have Two of Swords. What is Sagittarius's challenge? Magician. Manifesting. Next up, what is the strength? The Sagittarius's strength. That's the Ace of Cups. Not bad. What about Sagittarius's weakness? Ace of Swords. So we have two aces of different suits, different types of elements. What is the supporting force in Sagittarius of life? Nine of Swords in the reverse. Reverse. Anyways, I'm going to go into success. How will Sagittarius become successful? How will Sagittarius succeed in life? King of Swords in the reverse. That's an interesting one. Clarify that. That's a bit strange. But two tens here. Another interesting thing. How will Sagittarius fail? Clarify that. All right. So underneath the deck, we have the Five of Swords. This is conflict. This is getting caught up in situations that bring about conflict in your life, dealing with someone who is basically trying to win at all costs. Maybe you're trying to win at all costs. Potentially a person who uses unscrupulous ways of achieving the things that they want. So maybe this is, cautioning you against doing such actions, and this will help you to keep, stay on the right and narrow path. Because what we have here, the Two of Swords, is how you are now. You're at a stalemate or a crossroad. You're unable to make a decision about something important in your life. And the reason for this is the challenge, which is the Magician. So you're unable to find out how you want to manifest the things that are important to you in your life. This could be love, money, this could be anything. But the key and core element of this is not being able to take action on the things that you want to materialize. And this can be a very difficult thing because it leaves you feeling stagnant quite often. So, in saying that, your biggest strength in doing all of this is the Ace of Cups. What you need to do is to connect with the very thing that brings you joy and happiness. So, if it is a person, if it is love in general, you have to connect with that energy in order to manifest it into your life. If it's success, ambition, things of that nature, you want to embody that kind of quality and let that cup overflow. Find ways to bring the happiness into your life, even if it's connecting with the smallest of things. Going for walks, you know, one thing that I love to do, I've become obsessed with it over the last year. When I feel sad, I get on my motorcycle and ride. When I feel happy, I get on my motorcycle and ride. When it's raining, pissing down outside, get on my motorbike and ride. And when it's nice and sunny, I get on my motorbike and ride with other people. So do whatever makes you happy. Fill that cup so that way you can enjoy the most out of life and re-energize yourself, revitalize your energies. The problem here is that you have the Ace of Swords as your weakness. So this can sometimes indicate someone who is can simply be cutting, a person who likes to use their words in a way where they can cut things out of their life or people out of their life. Um, as a weakness, though, I generally get the impression that a person who stays inside of their head and looks towards the intellectual realm to give them clarity on their life. So what there is, you have the Ace of Cups as your strength, the Ace of Swords as your weakness. It is about starting new beginnings with the emotion and less with the intellect and reasoning and thinking too much, because two Ace of Swords equals the Two of Swords. And that is what leads to stalemate, because you have two diametrically opposed ideas or the things that, would denote air energy or thinking energy, which would cause a lot of this, difficulty with yourself. It actually blocks you from manifesting the things that you want because you're unable to decide properly on what it is that you're seeking. So that said, excuse me, sorry. Um, we have anxiety in the reverse. So we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse as your supporting energy. And I'm going to pull one more card just to kind of look into that. You have the Empress in the reverse as well. So oftentimes when you are overthinking, over rationalizing, rationalizing everything, overanalyzing your thoughts and where you are at this point, it leaves you in a very stuck position. When you're too much in the mental space, what it does is it takes away from your ability to grow and to manifest. Notice how the Empress card in the Magician, even in the traditional Rider-Waite, have similar colors, similar energies to them. They are master manifestors, both of them. The Magician manifests using what he already has, so does the Empress. The Magician is the one that calls things into their lives and does their best to try to um, build things from nothing or from very limited resources. The Empress does the same. She attracts, she doesn't go chasing after other things. So, what you're doing, in essence, in all of this, you're finally coming out of your head about all the reasons and the things and the, lack of self-worth. The Empress in the reverse is a lack of self-worth, smothering mentality because they become codependent. It's the inability to do things on your own, so that creates codependency on you with other people. And now what you're doing is you're finally coming out of that mental energy or that fog that actually creates those situations for you in life. So it's so strange that your weakness would actually be success, as it's noted here. But more so, what it's saying is that the intellectual space for you is the biggest thing that causes you to fail to achieve what you want. Now we have, for the outcome, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Now, this is very interesting because you have the Ten of Wands and you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is number 10 as well. So with these tens, these are completions. So what they tell you to do is to complete the things that you have started working on. Don't get hamstrung by your intellectual overthinking when you start something, because remember, you have the Ace of Swords as your weakness. That means that you have difficulty getting things moving once you have started them. So this is a person who fails to finish things on time, a person who fails to get things off the ground intellectually because they are constantly in that Two of Swords energy, which is being indecisive or not knowing how to proceed or move forward, leading to that stalemate and that stagnation. So you have the Ten of Wands and then the Wheel of Fortune. Once you can keep going, even though the Ten of Wands is seen as kind of a burden, I don't see it as a burden. What I see it as you carrying that thing to its completion, no matter how difficult it can be. And you may want to give up sometimes when you're trying to achieve success or to achieve a relationship or other thing. But it's important that you do not stop. And of course, there's been a maxim in, both the internet and in history. They say the most important thing is that you do not stop. I think it was someone like Confucius or someone that wrote that. But could have even been Martin Luther King Jr. I can't remember at this point. I'm absolutely exhausted, but that carrying that burden to its completion, normally in the traditional rider weight, you have the person carrying the sticks, the wands, and they're nearly at their house. They're almost there. It just seems like you're crossing that finish line. And then that leads to the Wheel of Fortune moving and you achieving your success. The problem is that, you have the King of Swords in the reverse. What it could insinuate for you is that if you start approaching things from a mastermind scenario, where, okay, yeah, we got to do this, and then we have to do that, and then I'm going to jump on, I'm going to jump on the security guard's face and, you know, knock them out, and then you're going to go grab the money, and it's like it's overthinking. You have to put that to rest. That's what I see happening here with the King of Swords in the reverse. It's not necessarily that you have to be a narcissist, you have to be, a bastard to people and, screw people over. That's not what I'm saying. The King of Swords needs to put his sword down. The Ace of Swords is the weakness. And you have in your supporting element the anxiety, the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So it's the sword energy that is creating the stagnation. You have to move into your emotional energy, and also your ability to manifest will resurface and it will strengthen and temper itself when you're able to do that. So that's what I see for the success. The failure is the Page of Wands in the reverse, and then the Four of Pentacles. So this is holding on to things, and then the Page of Wands is refusing to communicate or being immature with your thinking. So being immature with your thinking doesn't always say that you're going to be like a little brat or you're not going to communicate with people or things like that. It's just not being able to organize your actions and your thoughts. Excuse me. I just shake my fist at the sky sometimes due to the fact that the weather is so unstable here. One day it's raining, and then that same day it's snowing, and then it's hailing, and then it's sunny at 20 degrees, and then it drops down to -5 in a few minutes. So it can be a bit of a nightmare. Anyways, let me focus. That's kind of another page of wands in the reverse type thing, losing focus quickly, not being able to stay on the task. Um, so that would actually play into what we were speaking about earlier with the page of swords being the weakness, not being able to get things off the ground, not being able to focus. When you have a sword, you have to stay focused or it's going to cut you. That's why it's a double-edged sword. Everything's said like it's a double-edged sword because it has the power to hurt other people, but it also has the power to hurt you as well. You have to use those words and those thoughts much more wisely. When it comes to holding back, the Four of Pentacles is usually seen as someone who hoards their ideas and their thoughts, keeps everything to themselves, and does it in a position or from a place of being afraid of expressing themselves. I was just talking to, I think it was Virgo, about being their authentic self whenever they decide to go out and into a venture, or they decide to manifest or materialize something into their life. The more authentic they are, the better they are, and the more they'll manifest. Yeah, I'm getting similar vibes to this specific reading where I see the Page of Wands in the reverse. This is being afraid to take the risk to go out into a new venture in the fear. And so what you do is you hold back. You don't want to be stuck stagnant and holding back all the time. You want to push forward, get to that Ten of Wands energy where you carry things out to their completion. And that's where you'll find the most success. So, this is once again been Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for following me and my coughing fits throughout the last week, because I've been a little bit, gone poorly a little bit. But I'm on the mend. I'm going to hopefully get back to best as soon as possible. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. And also, if you would like a personal reading that is in tune with your specific energies, please feel free to reach out to me for a fee if you want. Thanks so much for your time and attention. I hope this has been of some use and helpful to you. My dearest Sagittarians, thank you so much. Until next time, love and light.